I'm Ginille. I'm a cosmetic nurse practitioner. I've been injecting Botox, fillers, doing all the skin treatments since 2013. I have about 5, maybe 10 minutes. I wanted to jump on real quick and chat about a recent post I made. Look at my kids' dirty handprints. It's their sunscreen handprints on my car. Anyway, I want to talk about a recent post I made asking people who don't have a skin routine why they choose not to do skincare. I had a lot of people on there say that they just don't know what to do. And so I want to tell you the basics. You don't have to do a 20-step routine. I can get you down to 1 to 2 steps a day, just depending on what you can do. So definitely cleanse in the evening. You want to get rid of all the dirt, oil, any makeup, any impurities on your skin. So cleanse in the shower. I'm like, does that even count as a step? Like, you have to wash your whole body. So if you want to count that as a step, you can. But you're going to cleanse your face. You can use a gentle cleanser at the bare minimum, because a lot of people are also saying they have very sensitive skin. After you get out, if you can do a second step in the evening, do a retinoid. So you can use a retinol, or you can do a prescription tretinoin or retin-A. Retinoid is going to turn your skin cells over faster. It will help with fine lines, pores, skin texture, dark spots, acne, collagen stimulation. So that's the most effective thing you can do in the evenings. If you're really dry, you might want to pair your retinol or your retinoid with a moisturizer. So that is basics for the night. Cleanse your face. You got to get rid of all the dirt from the day, and then use your retinoid. You can use a moisturizer to help calm down the effects of the retinoid, any dryness, irritation, redness from a retinoid. You will likely experience some of that when you're starting out with a retinoid because it's turning your skin cells over faster. It may feel a little dry. That is normal. That's what to expect with it. So that's where you can use your moisturizer. Okay, in the mornings, if you cannot do anything else besides wear sunscreen, that's what I need you to do. Obviously, I make my kids wear sunscreen because you can see their fingerprint hands on my car from their zinc sunscreen. So wear sunscreen. If you can only do 1 step, it is going to help so many things, primarily prevent against skin cancer. And then secondarily, it's going to just help with sun damage, fine line, like these early signs of aging that people can start to see young. And then after years and years of having skin damage, sun damage, they're going to see damage on their skin. So they'll see the dark spots, they'll see the lines, they're going to see the wrinkles, their skin will look aged. So I'm like, if you just need the bare basics, sunscreen in the day, retinoid at night. If you can only pick one thing, I'm going to make it be your sunscreen. You want to do that even for patients that want to come in and do skin treatments. They want to do chemical peels, lasers, microneedling. I'm like, we can't do any of that if you're not wearing sunscreen. It makes no sense. You don't want to invest in these treatments without protecting your skin at the bare minimum. Okay, if you have any quick questions, drop them in the chat. I'm going to see if I missed anything. I have to leave in just a few minutes, but that is a post that I had made, and I was asking people why they don't have skin routines, and a lot of people said they don't know what to do, or they have really sensitive skin. They need something that is going to be effective, not overwhelm their skin. You don't want to do too many products. Sometimes when I see these multi-step skin routines, like too much can end up irritating the skin, can break people out. So I'm like, keep it simple. Use your sunscreen in the day. And if you can do another step in the evening, use your retinoid. Definitely cleanse in the evening at the very least. Other than that, if you are noticing signs of aging that you are concerned with, I'm Ginille. I'm a cosmetic nurse practitioner. I've been injecting Botox fillers since 2013. I have 3 medical spas, 2 that are in Los Angeles. One is in Mar Vista, one is in Torrance, and then we just opened up, hey Heather, thank you, one in Las Vegas. And so in our office, we really focus on natural looking aesthetics, getting you natural results where you look like yourself, you look fresh. Nobody will know that you've done anything, but you just show up and you keep looking fresh like you're aging backwards. Some of these patients I have treated my entire career, almost 13 years, and they just look so good. When we talk about aging gracefully, like that's what they're doing. They look great. We really focus on skin health, hair health, and then secondarily, volume replacement with filler or collagen stimulators, and making sure that we do everything considering your full face. We're not just here to spot treat. We're not just trying to treat one line or one area of the lips. We want to think about the full face, how the face is aging, and that's how we inject to make sure nothing looks crazy, overdone. pieced together. I think a lot of people, when we see work that looks bad out in the streets, it's because they have done one area and they've kind of over-treated that area. So they're just doing the lips. They're overfilled. They look lumpy. They look bumpy. Like, that's not what we're trying to do. Okay. What do I think about under eye filler? I love under eye filler. Let me see if I can pull up pictures of me, if I have old ones that are that I can show. I love under eye filler. I've done it. Let me see. Oh, here's some patients. Where's mine? Okay, I'll find mine later. But here's some patients that have done under eye filler. Under eye filler, great for anybody that feels sunken, hollow, tired under their eyes. Obviously, she's beautiful with nothing. I know it. She just felt like she looked tired after law school, and so she wanted to soften that little area, the little dark circle underneath her eyes. So we did some filler there. Filler for the under eyes is really good if you're the right candidate for it. So you want to make sure you don't get puffy, you don't cry a lot, you don't have bad allergies, you don't retain a lot of water around the eyes. Anybody that retains a lot of water around their eyes is not candidate for filler underneath their eyes. Filler binds water. So if you retain a lot of water and you get filler, it's going to get more puffy. But in general, when done well, it can just look so beautiful, so fresh, so natural, help you look rested, refreshed. Again, nobody would know. I mean, she's a little poked up here because it's immediately after injections, but nobody would know that she's done anything. She just looks rested. Here's some other quick before and afters. These are just ones I have pulled up on my phone. We talked through some of these yesterday. I will put together more before and afters for you guys to see, but I also have a lot on my page. So if you go to the top of the page, you can see them. We have done filler for her mid-face, her cheeks, her smile lines, her lips, the corners of her mouth, her chin, and along her jawline. So you can see her before and afters. This is Sujia. You guys have probably seen her online. She is lovely, and we have done this over multiple sessions. We have worked together since about 2021. She makes videos documenting the process and like the healing and showing like all the behind the scenes of it, just so you can be able to understand the whole process and see natural looking results. So shout out to my patients for sharing their before and afters so that natural results can be seen, because most people are not going to see her walking around and think she's done filler. That's the whole point. Like, we want to be able to treat your face where it looks like you, it looks fresh, but nobody would know. That is always the goal. Here is another patient that we have treated. She was a part of our Beauty for All campaign. This is what I did a year ago. I'm probably going to do it again. And we just chose different people who would share their stories and document their stories. And I treated them all on my cost. We did her entire face. We did some under eyes, some cheeks, a little into the smile lines, the lips. No, we didn't do her lips. I didn't do her lips. I did the corners of her mouth, and I did her chin. So you can see here from the side profile, it just kind of elongated her jawline. It makes the fullness underneath the chin not look as apparent. She just looks more lifted, more rested and refreshed, awake in her after. So she came back like 6 to 8 weeks after for us to take her after photos, and she has sent us beautiful like selfies where you can just see her in her own natural and what she looks like, and she just looks so great. So this is one of our patients, again highlighting natural looking results. Here is a patient that came in and she felt like her lower face, just felt like her chin set back. She wanted to do something to her jawline to enhance her jawline. And if you look at her features, majority of her focus of her natural light is in through her mid face. So more highlight through the mid face, her nose, her all through here, and then the lower face is kind of set back with her chin. And so we did some filler. This is immediately after. She's a little swollen, a little red, because it's just right after we did it. But you can see it elongates her jawline. I didn't even have to do anything to the angle of her jaw, but in just adding filler to the chin, you can see the enhancement she's got. It looks super fresh. She loves it. She felt more confident. She shared beautiful selfies with us as it was healing, and it looks great. And when we do chin filler, I tell patients it's not just right here. We also have to do some, we'll likely have to do some into the corners of the mouth, into the side area. We call it the pre-jowl sulcus, the area that connects the chin to the jawline, to camouflage this transition from the chin to the jawline. We never want filler to look like it's been done, so we've got to treat multiple areas so it looks fresh. I'm going to share one more, maybe two more, and then I'll get out of here. This is a patient, also part of our Beauty for All campaign a year ago. She had lost 100 pounds, and here's her immediately before and after. She lost 100 pounds, and she was like, I just feel like my body, I'm happy with my body, but my face looks different. I don't look as lifted. I look tired. I look sunken. So we did filler underneath her eyes, into her cheeks, into her chin to bring her chin forward, elongate her jawline. And then she wanted to do some into her lips just to give a little pop. You can see the before and after. She looks so fresh from all the angles. We created a highlight on the cheek, so the cheeks will look more lifted, more defined here. It's not actually pulling the skin back, but it creates this illusion of a lift when we do this lateral cheek. And she is swollen because this is immediately after injections. So it swells up 2 to 3 weeks. It's the worst of it. Then it settles down over the next 6 to 8 weeks. And yeah, she looks so fresh. We love it. And she has shared beautiful selfies with us as well. Okay, one more patient before I have to jump off. She came in and she came from out of town. Also, a lot of these patients come from out of town. She came from out of state, and we ended up treating her under eyes, her nose. She wanted to camouflage the bump on her nose and wanted the tip to be lifted. She wanted her upper lip to have a little bit more fullness to match the lower lip. And then we did some into her chin to elongate her jawline and enhance the side profile. And so this is her after her second session when she came back, because we break things up. Usually I say we'll do this over 2 sessions. I want to do some, let it settle 6 to 8 weeks, reassess. We can always do more if we need, if we want to just get to your result. We just want to go slow, never overdone, never rushed. And yeah, she looks fresh. She has a little bit of pokes. You can see it's going to swell, it might bruise, but settled out really nice. And I appreciate her sharing. And her jawline just looks so much better without me even doing anything here at the angle, but just from enhancing at her chin. And it just looks more balanced so that she doesn't have most of her focus into the mid face. Okay, let me see if there's any questions before I go. Did I do temples? I do temples on a lot of patients, and I have to look and see. I have lupus. I love your work, but I can't get it. Can fat transfer achieve this? Talk to your plastic surgeon. Lupus, I have treated some patients with it. As long as they're not having flares, if they're actively having flares, I'm like, don't do filler, because your filler can get puffy and swell up and down. Someone said, looks fire. Thank you. Looks so nice. Thank you. How much is it for what they have gotten? So depending on what we're doing, all these patients that we just shared have done multiple areas of their face. And when we're doing multiple areas of their face, we're going to break it over a couple sessions. It can be anywhere from about $4,000 to $7,500 over those sessions. Those two kind of split up. And so that's pretty average when we're treating these multiple areas. Your filler is going to last, I say, 1.5 to 2 years. A lot of people will tell me, even at that point, they're like, it still looks fresh. It doesn't look like it's completely gone. That is the goal. Like, we want to do it right. We want it to stay and never overdone. Did I do the nose too? I did the nose on one of these patients I shared here. Okay. And to lift her tip. Okay, if you have questions, please, you can send DMs, but sometimes I miss those. There's a number in my profile. If you call or text, let me know questions. You can send me your pictures. You can set up a consult if you want. We can go through anything. Again, I specialize in natural looking aesthetics. My team and I do that. We have 3 medical spas, JASI Skin and Wellness, or if you look up my name, Ginille. The clinics used to be called Ginille Beauty Aesthetics. We just switched out the name. So 2 in Los Angeles, Mar Vista, Torrance, and then 1 in Las Vegas. We see patients out of there. We see all skin types, all skin tones. We really focus on skin health, hair health, and then natural looking results. So nothing ever overdone. That's always the goal. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sorry I have to run to get my baby from his practice. The one that has these handprints all over my car. Okay, I will talk to you soon. God bless you. Thank you so much. Here for you anytime. Bye.